Welcome, 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 welcome. Hello, everybody. Hello to all of you beautiful people. How is everybody doing today? I'm having a rather somewhat productive day today. I'm a little bit early today. What the hell is down there, huh? Maybe, let's see, can we mess with it? Whatever it is. Giant spider? That'd be cool, right? Snatch, snatch, snatch. Quack. Anyway. Hey, what's up, Melissa? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, what the hell are those? Walnuts? Maybe. Hey, how's it going today? Just doing a quick evening walk tonight. I'm on foot anyway, so I decided to just take the long way home through the woods. I didn't do a stream this morning. I don't know if you were looking for me, but I had to hit the ground running with my my license and driving situation, so went pretty well. I got a bit done today. Best day ever so far. That's what I like to hear. Nice. Yeah, that reminds me of what one of my friends always says. Not exactly, but he just whenever anybody asks him how's it going, or how he is, it's always fantastic. it's like a catchphrase. Literally everybody who asks, no matter what's going on, and I can tell you that I'm aware that certain times it was not fantastic, but good to be positive. You ain't gonna mess it up, are you? No. So yeah, I got a little bit of good news. I got some good news. It was relatively painless today to go down to the court and find out where I stand, and I reinitiated my payment plan for all of the many tickets that I owe money for. Fantastic. Yeah, and so that was pretty painless. So I mean, the end of that story is I am, in the next 24 hours, I'll be able to go to the local DPS and pay like $100, and I will have a 100% valid license. I'll be free to drive any car, any car in the meantime. Like I often end up in company vans or trucks as far as my work goes. So that was the big thing that was really eating away at my brain. That was the big stressor. It's like, how long is it going to be until I'm valid again, you know? So that went well. That's great. And I also found out, welcome everybody, by the way, welcome. So nice view. Oh my God. Hey, King Kozart, welcome. Yeah. That's what I do here. I'm a dealer of nice views. I'm a connoisseur of fine eyeball experiences. But welcome to the stream. Yeah, we could possibly see a deer today. Let's see. You know what? Let's hedge our bets and go this way. Because this is a less traveled trail, and so we should be able to. If there is some deer hanging out, it's kind of later in the day. There might be some deer hanging out in the shade. We might see some. But anyway, so I also found out that the new tickets that I got were received like just outside of Philadelphia. So I wasn't able to deal with them directly today. But I did, which is kind of a good thing, because I was half expecting that I might A peddler of pondering pretty paths. That was very delightful, Melissa. I'm a peddler of pondering pretty paths. Anyway, so they're in a different county. So, and not only that, I have a mandatory like court appearance that hasn't even been set yet because of one of them. So that will give me an opportunity to actually sit in front of somebody and, you know, basically request leniency. Let them know what's been going on and my intentions for the future and all that kind of stuff. You know, that's the kind of setting that I need for my best possible outcome, I think. So that's good. It's all good news. I'll have my license back. I'll be able to speak to a judge. I'll be able to work out another plan of some kind to kind of get myself back in the black, right? Black's the good one, right? Back in the black. Yeah. So it's all good. So that's all good news. I'm feeling better about things. It was a lot yesterday with everything else going on, and all my whole existential crisis about streaming and my whole family reunion, you know, energy being sapped out of me. It was a lot for that all to land in one day. So yeah, feeling a little bit better today. But how's everybody else doing? When I got mine revoked, I got pulled over for speeding and I had to go to jail for it. Yeesh. Yikes. Yeah. Hopefully no DUI or anything, but yeah, I know it happens to the best of us. It happens to the best of us. It happens to the truly rebel free spirits who don't play by the rules, right? We don't like to be under the thumb of the man. But yes, no, that was 100% a possibility this whole time. I mean, I was ready for it. I was mentally prepared. I kind of had my acceptance moment already, and it turned out okay. You know, turned out okay. I mean, I guess it's still possible, but my general feeling from all the information I gathered today is that it's probably going to be okay. King Kozar, that is very wonderful. That's the goal. I really like this trail. It's always been my favorite. It's accessible. It's got a lot of different kind of terrain. Try not to go too fast. Yeah, I need to turn a little bit slower whenever I turn, because I notice sometimes I get a little motion sickness when I'm rewatching my footage. But yeah, I decided to make an actual topic today because I was thinking about that while I was eating lunch. About, you know, how if anyone has any specific methods that they have found that keep them mentally sharp, any supplements, any activities, any hobbies. I'm not extremely worried about it, but I feel like my mind is getting just a little bit stagnant. And I'm not really sure if stagnant's the right word. It could just be like a more, you know, just a normal byproduct of maturity, where your mind just feels different. You know, I'm kind of in touch with that kind of stuff, so I like to keep track of that. Most people may not see it that way or think about it that way, but our brains change as we get older. They don't just get worse. I actually change how we function. So, you know, I've had a really good last few weeks. I felt very energetic and very sharp, and then every once in a while, just a week comes through where I just feel very blah and very slow. So I thought it would be a good topic. So if anybody's got any of their favorite tricks or their own experiences with that, I'd love to hear about it. I clean my house, take walks, maybe play basketball on an empty court. Yeah, that's cool. Just go do something. Go do something productive. Go do something fun. Exercise. Yep, I mean, exercise definitely works for me. It's part of the reason why I'm here, and to begin with. I started supplementing creatine. Creatine, you know what? I've heard a lot about that, and I haven't really given it a good, honest try yet. The only extra creatine I get is in certain other supplements that I take. So that's interesting. That's one vote for creatine. All right. Maybe even work out like push-ups, anything that forces me into my own world, or into my own world. Yeah, you could. Yeah, I know what you mean. Whenever you get your blood pumping, you feel a definite mind change. And yeah, it's the kind of thing like, it's you got to do it every day to keep the results every day. So I think one thing I might be experiencing is just all of this exercise lately, all of these hikes, everything I've been doing nonstop for like the last month. I think maybe I took a break from that, and so I'm noticing like a slowdown, and maybe the solution is just to keep going, like now I'm addicted to hiking. I'm having hiking withdrawal, which doesn't sound like the worst thing ever. Yo, look out, bear. No, look out for this. Hey, what's up Hassan? What's up, Hassan? Look at this guy. This is a big neural. I'll have to try creatine. I want to try it too. I'm taking B12 and vitamin D supplements. That's cool. B12. Yeah, and like a lot of the stuff I get in my other powdered supplements, like kind of as a mixture. But if there's one thing I've learned over the years is that the actual therapeutic dose for a lot of these supplements is a lot higher than what they say on the label. Like vitamin C is a good example of that. Like taking B12, yeah. Tasty Gains. Oh, what are those? I ordered Tasty Gains creatine gummies. They're so good. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up, Jumps for Life? Welcome. And welcome everybody. Welcome everybody to the walk. Welcome to the evening. Yeah, and I do push-ups sometimes. Not as much as I used to, but I like to try at least to hit 10 push-ups at least twice a day. And that's how I know where I'm at, I know exactly where I'm at depending on how fast I can do 10 push-ups, But yeah, I could try to push that try to push it to 15, if I get comfortable. Yeah, but I don't know if you guys know this. One thing I found out over the last couple of years, vitamin C. You may or may not have heard of these vitamin C, intravenous vitamin C clinics, and they're very popular because like vitamin C is like basically a cure-all. I mean, it's an incredibly powerful cure-all. The problem with the image of vitamin C is that the over-the-counter supplements that you can get, vitamin C does not make it through your stomach digestive process hardly at all. So like the therapeutic dose, there's no lethal dose of vitamin C. Like the more you can get into your blood, the better. Whatever, caveat, asterisk, but you get what I'm saying. So not only are the recommended doses that people talk about incredibly low, way too low, but most of what you actually ingest doesn't even make it through your system into your bloodstream, which is where you need it. So one way around that is what people have been doing is intravenous vitamin C, where they just literally hook it right to your veins and put it right in there, and that can work more effectively or in place of antibiotics for curing whatever's afflicting your system. This is well known. You can look it up. I can't cite any sources right now, but you can look it up. There's a reason they're doing it. People usually use it as a hangover cure. It also cures poisons. You can be bitten by a venomous snake that would normally incapacitate you. You get on intravenous vitamin C, you can recover in an hour or two, and you'll be perfectly healthy. That's documented. You can look that up. Anyway, so that includes poisonous foods, poisonous mushrooms, poisonous plants, vitamin C. So the other way to get vitamin C. Sorry if I'm talking too much. Yeah, and King Cozart, like, eat foods with vitamin C. That's always great. Any amount you can get into your system is great. But the doses of vitamin C that you need for it to be miraculous cannot be achieved through just eating foods or supplements. Doesn't matter if it's ascorbic, or doesn't matter if it's sodium ascorbate. You can't get it through your stomach. Now, one small loophole, which is more obtainable for most people, is something called liposomal vitamin C. And liposomal vitamin C, basically the liposomal technology, they manufacture the supplement in a number of ways, but the best ones manufacture the supplement where individual molecules of the supplement are wrapped in some sort of lipid containment, like some sort of fat containment, and that allows it to make it through your stomach in a much higher volume than normal. So if you're trying to use vitamin C to heal yourself, you would want to go to the vitamin shop and find whatever liposomal product they offer. There's also a million of them on Amazon, and that goes for any other supplement as well. If you're trying to maximize your dose of any supplement, liposomal is the way to go. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that, but it's definitely good information if you want to jot it down. Liposomal works wonders, especially the vitamin C. So anyway, that's my spiel. If anybody would want to give that a try. Not a sponsor. I haven't been up here in a little while. I like this higher trail. Got my big 5 tree cluster coming up. I would if I could spell it. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Quick thinking. Boom. Let's do it. Let's see how fast I can pull this off. I mean, it is basically how it's spelled, how it sounds. Come on. And boom. Liposomal. Look at that. I can type things. You're not the only ones that can type things. Liposomal. That'd be an interesting stream. If I just had like one vague word in white just kind of floating in the trees, and it just didn't say anything the whole time. People would be like, what does that mean? They'd be coming up with all sorts of interesting conversations in the chat about it. Yeah. It's a good one for the arsenal of homeopathic medicine. A lot of other things, and yeah, a lot of other things that you like can't ever take orally. Like I think glutathione. Like glutathione is one that you can't really take orally because it just gets destroyed. There's liposomal glutathione. You can get high doses of that into your system if you're really deficient, if you really need it. I think there's vitamin D as well. You can get a lot more faster acting vitamin D, which a lot of you probably know is really important for fighting off diseases, as well as many other things. There's a certain disease that it was really effective that I can't quite remember the name of. It started with a C. Can't remember. Something like that. Oh, there was a blue jay, right? Blue jay. I hear something. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. Just a short one today. I have a birthday dinner that I'm on the way to tonight, and I don't quite have a car yet. I mean, I have a car. It's sitting in my parking lot, tempting me, but I really shouldn't drive it, is what they tell me. Anything else you guys can think of that you do to kind of keep yourself fresh? I mean, yeah, the big ones are exercise. Yeah, exercise, diet, obviously. Don't eat shitty food that leaves you inflamed. There's my big tree cluster. I don't know about that shape down there. You guys can make up your own minds about what's going on down there. It's this is supposed to be a family forest. I'm not really sure how that got through. Oh my gosh, and there's one on the back too. There's the back end right there for you guys. that is a nasty tree. That is an inappropriate tree. That tree should put some pants on. There ought to be a law. What's up, Aspen? What's up? What's up, my niece? What's up, niece? What's up, niece-in-law? Welcome, welcome. Oh, you know what this is? I told you guys. I mean, the most initiated of you probably remember me talking about a guy who used to live in these woods out here. And this is the little trailhead right here. It's like blink if you miss it. It's like miss it if you blink, you know. You walk by and you're like, but I spotted this a long time ago. So there's this little trailhead that this guy made for himself. And he has ever since. You can see they piled a bunch of sticks and stuff here on his old trail, you know. That's how they do it out here. Shut it down with sticks. I'm not joking, that's what they do out here. But yeah, so he had this tent back here. He had this big tent that he made out of a big tarp. And it was pretty well done. Like it wasn't like a pre-manufactured camping tent. It was like a camp style tent, you know, more like a shelter. But it was pretty well done. And he lived out here for a year and a half. Maybe more, like more than a year and a half. And I think he probably just got arrested or something, you know? Yeah, right back here. You can see he's just got this camp that he like maintained for a long time back here. I don't know for sure. I do know. Oh, there's another blue jay. We found the blue jay. See, look at this. I haven't been over here since he was evicted. So I guess this is his. These are his favorite rocks that he collected over the years. There's some more here too. Okay, well, goodbye, blue jay. That's okay. What I do know is that earlier this year, when it was, I don't know. Well, maybe shit. Was it earlier this year? Yeah, it must have been. It must have been like the hottest part of spring. Right across the trail from here, where we just came from. I went walking. I went kind of bushwhacking, and I found another tarp, but this one was like laid out on the ground, and it was like covering up a ditch. It was covering up like a natural ditch, like a depression in the ground. You know. Let me get my back a little bit. Yeah, like one of those, like a dip. And I didn't think much of it. I kind of poked at it one day, and I looked inside it one day. And there was some stuff inside. There was like a cot and some other personal belongings. And then later on, like maybe a couple weeks later, I walked by the same tarp, and something seemed a little bit off to me. And so I was just like, "Hello?" And all of a sudden, there's just like this gruffy response. He was like, "Hey, hello, hey, what's up? Hey, can I help you?" And there's like a guy underneath the tent, probably like sweltering his ass off. It was like the midday sun. Fully exposed in this brown tarp. But I think it's a little too overgrown right now for me to go looking for it. It's somewhere in there, somewhere deeper in there. So that's what I've been doing. Hey, what's up, Greta Garbage? I like your name a lot. I mean, I assume maybe your name's just Greta. Maybe you're not making fun of Greta Thunberg. Because Greta doesn't produce garbage, okay? I don't know if you know this, Greta Thunberg, she doesn't even produce garbage. She just eats all of the waste that she produces. Did you guys know that? She's really brave. She's really brave. She just eats it. The cans, the paper cups, everything. Nom, 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 nom. How dare you? Nom, 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 nom. Yeah. Oh, Aspen, good night. I'm sorry I missed you. Good night from Europe. Good night to Europe. Good night, Europe. Good night, EU. All right. It's more from Greta Garbo. Oh, why do I know that name? Okay, Greta Garbo. Could you remind me, if you would be so inclined, remind me about Greta Garbo? Just a little hint, I kind of forgot where I know that name. I feel like I've heard it before. But welcome to everybody, welcome. Thanks for hanging out. We're out here in the woods of the Wissahickon in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And we're making our way to the neighborhood. Probably got about 10 minutes left, which is nice. We're at about 25 minutes so far. That sounds about right. I already ate some pre-dinner. I had a tuna salad wrap, which was delicious. We're gonna go the long way. That's the lazy person shortcut right there. We're gonna go all the way around here and walk in the loop. We'll be right back. Oh, wow! Holy moly! Look at this cluster. That's not what I'm talking about, but that's just a little guy. Look at these guys over here. Those are pretty massive and fresh. To give you like a little context, it's my hand. They're pretty big, pretty firm. Those are, yeah, there's the birthday cake right there. I'll just bring that over with some candles. Oh, that's so beautiful. How did you make that shape out of cake? Well, I didn't. Enjoy. Look how wide that is. That's just huge. There's been some massive mushroom blooms going on, specifically this kind of species. There's a few different colors of it around here, but that is enormous. You can tell the deer got into that one. Deer love to come by and nibble on this stuff, but they more or less left it alone on this one. Very cool, very cool. Indeedy, it is. Actually, Melissa, it is the expression of sacred geometry throughout our physical biostructure, which causes those beautiful shapes. Okay, just saying, not saying, just saying. It's true. Hey, Eifer. I don't think those are oyster mushrooms. Oyster mushrooms tend to be a little more like singular, like independent. They each have their own kind of swooping stalk. They grow in clusters, but they're not really connected like that. So I do believe, I mean, I may be wrong, but my gut is telling me it's not oysters. I've seen a lot of oysters around here too. Fair enough. But I'm pretty sure they're edible. And they probably taste similar. There's not a whole lot of variation in mushroom flavor. I know there's some, but not the boring ones. The boring ones all taste the same. Yeah, I haven't checked out this area in a while. It's nice. A lot of down trees reminding me of a lot of history. You know what else is reminding me of a lot of history? Fucking Facebook. Facebook will not leave me alone. Showing me like, hey, look at this. Here's you 13 years ago. Here's what you could have been. Here's what you could have been if you didn't make that wrong choice. Do you want to talk to this person? No. Reach out to Laura and say hi. No, thank you. They are the same species as chicken of the woods. They may be chicken of the woods. The only caveat is that I think chicken of the woods tends to be a little more orange. There's a few that look like that, but definitely the same species, for sure. All those, yeah. There's I don't know. There's a plethora of different species that grow like that. Turkey tail can even grow like that if they're not coming from like the side of a tree. So yeah, they're all kind of similar species. Oh man, I want to learn more about mushrooms. Where's Beans? Beans, are you there? Hey, what's up, Yvonne Burdette? Welcome back. You play mahjong to keep your mind sharp. That's cool. You know, that's like the quintessential, game for keeping your mind sharp. Before Sudoku, I would always hear about mahjong. Yeah, yeah, but that and Mahjong is that a solitary game? Is that a single player, so to speak? I feel like you can also play with a partner, but I can't remember. I used to play Mahjong on Windows. I used to be Mahjong on Windows. Shout out Windows 95. Represent. But no, yeah, that's something like that. Something like that is what I'm looking for. I do have hobbies like that I like, that I just haven't partaken in a while. You know, I like, tinkering and building small stuff with my hands. I've lost a little bit of that hobby passion, but I can still do it when I want to. But yeah, so what do we got? We're getting to the end here. So we got creatine, we got B12, we got vitamin D. Those are all things that I can get my hands on and look into. Exercise, obviously. All the big things. All the good normal stuff. We got a few recommendations for. What is that? Is that a giant moth or something? Or is that just like somebody's keys? I think it's somebody's keys. I thought it was a big moth. Oh, that's tough. You know what that is, right? Anybody recognize what that is? That's about $300 right there. LA Fitness tag. I could get it back to somebody. It's a cool elephant too. Yeah, these chip keys, especially the side slots for the Hondas, they'll still cost you $200 to get made if you have to make it from scratch. I have a bad feeling that this probably got dropped in the middle of the street and somebody hung it up on a tree. So there's an LA Fitness on my way. I'm gonna go by that LA Fitness tag, see if I can find out who it belongs to. I could at least drop it off. They should be able to tell. I've seen versions where 4 players are playing with actual tiles. 1 to 4 players in Mahjong. Cool, okay. Very cool, very cool. I'm absolutely for psilocybin becoming mainstream. But I want all drugs legal. Yeah, oh yeah, I missed some combo here. Sorry, guys. And Yeti, welcome. Sorry I missed you. How do I feel about psilocybin going mainstream and everyone's saying it's a cure-all? Well, yeah. I can't really. The one thing I haven't done with psilocybin is like microdose daily. When I was growing up, it was like an event. You got your hands on like 20 grams for all your friends to split, not each, to split. And everybody had a banger of a night. And we all met our demons, and we all met God, and we all met whatever else, and worked through whatever bugs were going on in our brains. But I didn't do it like that. I didn't do it with microdosing, like it on the daily. So I can't speak to that. As far as it being legal, yeah, I totally support that, 100%, 100%. It's it's a little more dangerous than like marijuana if you're talking about driving. Ask me how I know. Yeah. I've had my fair share of mushrooms, and almost all positive experiences. But I do remember being in a car during the daylight, like driving down the highway. I wasn't driving, but like we were approaching an underpass, and things were really kicking in, and all of a sudden, like the entire underpass just breathed deeply, like in like horror movies where like the whole room breathes. Like the entire fucking freeway was just like. So maybe a little tough. Maybe need some regulation for not driving while shrooming. No, that's cool. Afer, how much is a microdose? Like what's the quantity of a microdose? Is it like milligrams? Well, I guess it would have to be milligrams, but because a gram's like a starter. I guess it could be a gram. How on earth have I spent the last 20 minutes walking with you through a deck of the woods, the bazaar, and I'm actually in London, England. Interesting. Sorry, I got my stupid thing in the way of your writing. A neck of the woods. Yeah, well, hey, Halcyon, welcome. I think your name sounds familiar. I think you may have been here before, but I mean, that's exactly what I want to hear. I'm glad that you got a little bit lost in the background and the conversation. That's my favorite thing to hear from people. But so you have I'm assuming you have some woods like this in. Wait, what is it? Oh yeah. I assume you have something like this in London, right? I don't know much about it. Probably a little more gray. Oh, hey guys. Hey, good. How you doing?
2 to 4 patients a day.
Mm-hmm. Try to keep people off. I had a room breathing experience too. I think it's different for everybody, but milligrams is typical. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just something in a capsule. Maybe you can just grind it up yourself. Maybe you could probably be a little fast and loose with it, just because of how it works. I mean, yeah, I know it's very sensitive to what's in your stomach already, what's in your bloodstream already, as far as like how much you get out of each experience. So yeah, I guess yeah. But as far as just, I really love the idea, because like just enough to affect the way you think and see things, but not enough to like start some sort of spiral of self-consciousness and paranoia, you know. I generally, whenever I do any tripping, I always do it in a beautiful daylight, you know, in a beautiful setting. Kind of tends to keep things very positive, you know. The sun in general just like lights up your life, you know, when you're doing that kind of thing. But I don't have a whole lot of experience with it. I just have a typical use understanding of it, you know. Did it on special occasions with my friends throughout my teens and 20s, you know. Oh yeah. Now I have friends on the other hand. I ate psilocybin chocolate. Each square is 2 to 4 milligrams. Okay, good, yeah. So that's about a typical dose. 2 to 4 milligrams. Wait, 2 to 4 milligrams. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's cool. That's a good way to do it. That's funny. 2 to 4. Yeah, yeah. It floats around a little bit in there. You might get a little more sometimes. Hey, you guys. I'm not worried about being in my neighborhood, but it's a good time to call it. Enchanting. Enchanting house, yeah. Hey guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna end the stream today. I haven't really decided yet whether I'm gonna be doing mornings or evenings. I think evenings is probably better for the hikes. So it's been an absolute pleasure hanging out with you guys and talking. If you guys haven't liked yet, please do me a favor and do so. It helps out a lot. And I would like to see you guys again if you want to subscribe. This has been a good crowd, good conversation. So have a great night. It's Monday. Best of luck to you throughout the rest of the week. And I'll see you on the next one.